kind of wonder what's going through the minds of these heifers when they see a whole posse of people arrive. They're like, oh no, they're coming for us. Dumb as a herd of heifers. Oh man. Hey Lisa, I'm thinking of some of the things that you sent me. Things we say to our cows. We were almost to the gate last time when they tore off down the fence line. They're getting tired. Maybe that'll be the thing. Getting tired. Well, they ended up going for the bale truck and a bale because we were just running the snot out of the heifers. So far it's working. Keep my fingers crossed. Cows freshly back from the hills. See the heifers coming down the road. Heifers haven't really noticed them yet, but you can bet that they're gonna run over there and try and sniff noses when they get through the gate. Wouldn't have been such an ordeal for you girls if you hadn't to run around Hell's Half Acre for 5 hours. Well, maybe not 5 hours, but quite a while. So this is a box of mostly the scapes, the scape seeds. So you plant them, and then the next year they turn into one bulb, and then you plant that, and then that will turn into like a garlic bulb with several cloves in it. So I'm just separating these right now. The little seed is what it comes out of the garlic scape as, and then this one here is what it turns into after it's grown for a year. Then you plant this again. It's quite a long process actually. Well, it's Preg testing day. This is our group of heifers with the 2 bulls that stayed home. And as you could probably hear, they're talking to the bulls that went back to the summer pasture with the cows. They want to say hi to each other. Maybe later. Hi. Cows can bring themselves in. That'd be great. This is the no-no son. You don't want to be sorting in this. Happy day. We're gonna reunite the boys. We pulled 6 out of there. That's this way back one. We're selling him. He is not nice. Sorry if it's windy. There should be some drama here pretty soon. The deed is done. I missed getting the calves because my phone went open in time. Pretty good open rate. 2 cows and 2 heifers, so that's 4 open. And 1 super old one that we pulled out of here. Pretty happy with those results. I wonder if these guys have come to a truce yet. They're like, oh, this fighting stuff is way too much work for me. I mean, that's what I would say. Doggone exhausted after this last couple of weeks. Problem we're having with this whole generations of posts that we put in here is that they don't treat them like they used to, so they don't last. These big of posts used to last forever, but not so much anymore, and they're not cheap. Well, Glenn's getting the first corner post set to go around this extra bale stack we've got. I just want to say, I realize I didn't film any of our preg testing, but I've filmed it pretty in depth before, so I'll link that. I'll put a link at the end of the video for that. So I apologize if that's something that you're missing. But yeah, it's one of those days where when things are flowing well, you don't have time to do anything. So certainly not going to be messing with cameras and that kind of stuff when we have veterinarians out to do our preg testing for us. Alright kids, we're off to bring the cows and calves in again. No treating them today, we're just sorting, and we're going to be selling a bunch of steer calves, that's for sure. We're going to keep back some heifers this year, but we have to take a look at them first to see what there is and decide how many we want to keep back. Not having any to sell and then keeping back a bunch of replacements the next year is kind of hard on the pocketbook. So we're going to take a look and see what we got. Oh, it is bound to happen. This big one on the back left there's a little bit slow on one leg. They were all just fine, of course. And they gotta prove who's the boss. Don't you know I'm the boss? Gotta lock them out to bring the cows in down that alleyway right there. So I'm just gonna follow them at a distance because you just never know. You saw them fighting. Oh, brother. So they think they should visit with the heifers who are coming in to see what's going on instead of going out past their second gate there. Curious little heifers. These guys are going to be so used to and sick of sorting by the time we're done selling calves. We don't like to keep them around after they're weaned. We find there's more chance of them developing a pneumonia or something from the stress. So they're better just to leave and not be able to hear their moms. That's kind of what we found. So this is 1210. She lost her tag, but she's pretty obviously 1210. She's been featured in a lot of videos. See that? That's why she's going. Come on. It'll be alright in a few days. Come on. Let's go. Keep going. Yep. Let's go. Up. Let's go. Get out of here. Come on, girls. Sorry about your big fat rotten day. Happens every year. Happen to more of you next week. Let's go. Come on, girls. I still love you. We had a galvanized steel trough here. You can see the footprint where it was. And they don't really sell those nearby here. So we ended up going with this one. It's only 150 gallons, so it's not a lot. And I'll show you, I'll take a picture of the one that was here, just for reference sake. But the galvanized ones, they get holes in them. These ones are not as heavy duty as the black plastic ones that we have for sure. Glenn was busy telling me about how the lip holds water. Oh, so it goes underneath of here. It'll fill up with water, so when it freezes in the wintertime, I don't know, he thought that would be better. So he said he thinks that because the lip will hold extra water, it'll keep it from being so brittle when it's frozen, as long as it's full, I guess. So this is a float stand that he made. It's kind of shadowy, sorry. But he's used a big stand that we would put in the water trough before. So I suggested to him, like, he wanted to do that here, and it would have worked, but it would have been out in the middle of the trough because the trough's not wide. And the bulls are drinking out of here right now. So I suggested like something in the shape of a hangman's noose. You know, the game, hangman. So it goes up, over, and then down into the trough. So I just ran to town and he built that while I was gone. Then you just hook the garden hose up there, and there's a little thing on the bottom that when it's full, it stops running. So, pretty handy guy. I'll show you what the other one looks like. So, there's 2 troughs back there. And, yeah, once they get a hole in them, you can patch them. If it's up at the top, it's better. But, like, freezing and thawing, they expand and contract, and then your patch kind of breaks anyway. So, they've always been a bit of a pain. That's what they are. Those are upside down, of course. That's the other type of float stand that we have. So you can see that bottom's pretty big. It would take up a lot of that other trough for sure. Something I thought you guys might find interesting if you're gardeners. This is rosemary cuttings from an indoor plant that we have, and there's some in here too. Some look pretty poorly and some look not bad, but you can obviously see that there's a tomato plant in there. So what happened was Glenn has worm castings that he creates, and he adds them to the soil when we plant stuff. That white stuff on there is from our water, so it's better to use rainwater, hey? Anyway, the worm castings have tomato seeds in them. So I don't know what kind of tomato that is, but I'm going to transplant it in this nice big pot. Looks to me like a 2-gallon pot maybe. And I'm going to put it downstairs under the grow lights, see what happens. Kind of looks like it's going to have a bloom on it pretty soon, so let's get her transplanted. I may as well keep on with this story. So this is what I got for rosemary here with their roots. Not bad. And that's a tomato. So tomatoes are pretty forgiving. It's got lots of roots here, and the stem is nice and thick. What I'll do is I'll take these bottom leaves off and I'll plant it nice and deep inside of this pot. I was going to mention, I just rinsed my hands there so I could get my phone. That's rainwater that I put a splash of hydrogen peroxide in. That'll just take care of any bugs that happen to be in the soil here, because these are going to go down where we do our plant starts in the spring. So like in February, start of March, I'm going to be planting stuff down there like sweet peppers and stuff. And I do not want any aphids or bugs coming in to make that not go so well. Everything planted really nicely. I just have this one just in this bucket of water so it can absorb slowly from the bottom. And I think like the star of the show here is this tomato that wasn't supposed to grow. I've pulled out lots of these tomatoes over the last couple of years that start growing in worm castings, because our daughter was working at a greenhouse that grew tomatoes, and I agreed to not grow tomatoes here so that there wasn't any cross-contamination, because that's their livelihood, whereas these are just for fun for me. So I was happy to do that, but now I can grow tomatoes again because she's off to a different job. Well, you guys, I'm gonna wrap up today's video, show you what it looks like here. It's Sunday, October 26th. Happy birthday to Glenn's mom. She's awesome. Shot of our heifers out there and the beautiful Rocky Mountains in the background. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.